All right, let's dive into this explainer. Look, if you're in the dental field, you know all about the quiet anxiety of placing an implant. Every single millimeter counts, right? There is absolutely zero room for guesswork. So today, we're taking a really structured look at the high-stakes world of implant dentistry. We're going to objectively compare the tools that help clinicians hit that pinpoint accuracy every single time. We'll break down the traditional tactile methods that have been the industry standard for decades and stack them right up against the rapidly evolving world of digital planning. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with why we even use a surgical guide, then look at the traditional guide approach, explore the digital guide revolution, compare workflow and accuracy, and finally talk about choosing the right approach.
Okay, part 1. Why use a surgical guide? The foundation of predictability.
Precision is literally everything in dental surgery, so it really begs the question for practitioners today. Are you going to rely on traditional manual methods, or is it time to fully embrace digital innovation for your guides? As technology keeps evolving, dental professionals are facing this choice more and more. Both approaches are trying to solve the exact same complex anatomical puzzle. They just take completely different paths to get there. Just so we're all on the exact same page, let's look at the core definition. An implant surgical guide is essentially your ultimate tool for predictability. It's a physical device you use during the actual surgery to control 3 critical things: the position, the angle, and the depth of the implant. Think of it like a solid physical bridge connecting your blueprint directly to the construction site. It takes all your meticulous pre-surgical planning and drops it right into the live clinical setting. By acting as that physical reference, it eliminates that dreaded intraoperative guesswork, improves your accuracy, supports restorative-driven planning, and massively increases consistency across all your cases. Moving on to part 2, the traditional guide approach, the manual and tactile workflow. This workflow is pure hands-on craftsmanship. It relies entirely on your deep clinical experience and how you physically interpret anatomical landmarks. It's a step-by-step journey, and you know the drill. It starts with physical impressions. And yeah, we all know how much patients just love that gooey alginate and trying to suppress a gag reflex. From there, you pour the diagnostic stone models. Next comes your manual measurements and visual assessments, figuring out the ideal implant position based on those casts and 2D x-rays. Finally, that plan is physically sent off to a dental lab for fabrication. It is a highly tactile, physically grounded process from start to finish. Now, don't get me wrong, traditional guides have been used successfully for years to deliver amazing results. But let's be real, this manual method inherently has some limitations. Because you're working off physical models and 2D x-rays, your visualization of the underlying bone anatomy is somewhat limited. Traditional guides generally give you basic directional assistance, which is great, but they usually offer reduced precision when it comes to strictly controlling the angulation and depth of your drill. Because of that, you're heavily reliant on your own manual alignment and the immense pressure of keeping an incredibly steady hand during the live surgery.
That brings us to part 3, the digital guide revolution, entering the virtual workspace.
What's really fascinating here is the exact parallel in this workflow compared to the traditional method, but with a massive technological upgrade at every single phase. We trade in those gooey physical impressions for cone beam computed tomography, CBCT imaging, along with digital intraoral scans. This creates a crazy accurate 3-dimensional digital replica of the patient's mouth. Then, instead of a physical stone model, you do the virtual implant positioning right inside specialized planning software. Only after that virtual plan is absolutely 100% perfected does the fabrication begin, usually by 3D printing or precise milling right there in-house. Check out how digital workflows let you actually visualize hidden, critical structures and exact bone volumes long before you ever make an incision. By blending 3D imaging with restorative planning, digital workflows dramatically cut down on variability. You aren't just looking at the surface anymore. This 3D virtual workspace allows you to review, refine, and perfect the implant position. It ensures much clearer communication between you and the guide designers, meaning the final surgical guide is an exact reflection of the restorative outcome you intended. Let's jump into part 4, comparing workflow and accuracy in a head-to-head matchup. When you actually put them side by side, the contrast is stark. You're trading the physical limits of stone models for dynamic virtual 3D planning. For visualization, you're upgrading from limited anatomical detail to a totally comprehensive view of the bone. Most crucially, for accuracy control, you upgrade from just controlling drill direction to locking in exact, predetermined depth and angulation with controlled drilling sequences. Workflow-wise, we shift from being strictly lab-dependent to a digitally integrated system where files are super easy to store or tweak.
And finally, for case suitability, while traditional is awesome for simple cases, digital confidently handles everything from simple single implants right up to highly complex full-arch scenarios. Of course, we have to talk about how these operational differences hit the practice's wallet, right? Traditional guides tie you to ongoing case-by-case laboratory labor costs. You're paying for that manual craftsmanship step by step. Digital systems, on the flip side, require a much heavier upfront investment in planning software, advanced imaging gear, and 3D printers. But they can really pay off in predictable efficiency over time. You just have to weigh these distinct cost structures against the level of predictability, planning efficiency, and clinical confidence you actually need day to day. Ultimately, a well-designed guide, regardless of the workflow, is going to support a smoother, more efficient surgery. And finally, part 5, choosing the right approach, matching the guide to the case.
So, how do you actually decide which contender is right for a specific patient? The reality is, there's no universal magic winner that fits every single case. Your choice depends entirely on 4 practical factors. First, case complexity. How difficult is the anatomy we're dealing with? Second, available diagnostic data. What kind of imaging do you already have on hand? Third, restorative goals. What is the exact intended outcome? And fourth, your own workflow preferences. How does your practice naturally integrate new tools into daily operations? It's super important to remember that newer doesn't automatically mean the old way is obsolete. If you're looking at a straightforward single-tooth case with plenty of bone and tons of anatomical clearance, the tactile traditional approach can absolutely still give you perfect clinical outcomes. In those ideal scenarios, the physical, hands-on methodology of a traditional guide remains incredibly effective and totally relevant to modern practice. We're going to wrap up this explainer with a vital reminder directly from the source material. Do guided implant systems replace your clinical judgment? The answer is a massive, resounding no. Literally no way. No matter how advanced the 3D software gets or how perfect the 3D printed guide is, these tools are only there to support your planning and execution. They never replace human professional expertise. Both systems completely depend on your proper case selection, meticulous planning, and skilled surgical execution. Technology might hand you the map, but you are still the one driving the car. Which leaves us with one final thought for you to consider. If guided systems are essentially your navigational compass, how will you choose to map out your next successful outcome?